Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome, guys, to another Tuesday Talk. If you guys are coming in here, guys, I want to ask you a quick question as you guys are coming in to this live talk, this Tuesday Talk, guys. I'm super excited tonight, guys, as I was reminded to make sure that I am in a state of refocus, guys. Refocus. That's what I'm going to talk to you guys about tonight. So come on in, guys. Come on in. If you're able to join me. If you're watching this live or if you watch this as a replay, I hope that you're blessed by this. I hope that you're encouraged. Hope that something is said. But listen, what is in your eyes? What is in your eyes? What is in your ears? What is it that's causing you to not see correctly? What is something that's in your life right now that's obstructing your view? That's not allowing you um, to see things the way they truly are. And the reality of it is that we all have things in our life that is really obstructing our view, that we're not able to hear or see correctly. And here's the thing, guys, is that we're in a state right now. We are in a state where there's high political climate. It is high emotions. There's high divisiveness, high division. There is high states in terms of race, and there's high sensitivity just in the world right now. I mean, it's just high. The world is screaming. There's COVID. There's pandemics. There's Trump 2020. There's Biden 2020. I mean, there's all kind of things that are yelling and screaming and really just inundating you and calling for your attention and just drowning our minds with all of this information, all of this stuff. And a lot of times we don't know. We don't know what's going on, guys. We get inundated with all these things. And what happens is it knocks us off of our focus. It knocks us off of our focus. And so tonight, guys, I just want to talk to us, man, get us in a place where we're able to refocus. Because when we have all of these things going on, when we have all of these things that are happening in the world, it actually drowns out the voice of God. It drowns out the voice of God in our lives, God. So I just wanted to come on here and just encourage you guys to refocus, guys. We have to refocus. I'm telling you, we have to get back to the original place where God wants us to be. We have to get back to a place, a quiet space where we're able to hear God clearly, where we're able to refocus and get back to the thing that we were supposed to be going after in the first place. Many of us have somehow allowed certain things to come into our life to really knock us off path, knock us off beat, really get us in a place where we feel like we're stuck or we're stagnant, or we don't feel like we're in the place that we're supposed to be. We just feel like we're in a standstill. But I'm telling you guys it is time to move forward. It's time for us to really honestly detach ourselves from all of these things that are happening in this world that is causing us to be distracted. Let me tell you something. Distractions are designed to remove you from destiny. Distractions are designed to remove you from destiny. And so I'm telling you, it's one of the number one attacks that comes to hit us is distraction, and it comes to do that. So the problem though with the problem that's happening right now as we're in society is that we're knocked off focus. And so if we're not focused, we won't know where to go. And so there's so many things that we do as people, and this is me. I'm guilty of this, guys. Is that from us not being focused, we say yes to everything that comes to us. Any opportunity that comes to us, we take it. If you're going to be focused, if you're going to live a focused life, you're going to have to learn to say no to some things. You're going to have to say no to some people. You got to say no to some emails. You got to say no to some events. You got to say no to some thoughts. You're going to have to say no. You're going to have to learn how to say no. We say yes to so many things, and we find ourselves after we saying yes to this or that, we're like chasing two rabbits. If you try to chase two rabbits, you won't chase anything. You won't capture anything. And so you have to find out, say, what is it that I'm supposed to be doing right now? Like literally, what am I supposed to be doing right now? And so there's chasing everything. There's gossip. There's all kinds of gossip in here that will cause you, if you're listening to gossip, that will cause you to be unfocused. If you're procrastinating, that's a result of not being focused. If you're trying to seek the validation of other people, if you're trying to seek the approval of other people, if you need people to always stamp you, if you need people to always clap for you, if you need, we need someone to like or give you all these wonderful things and accolades, then it's going to cause you to be unfocused. You're not going to be focused on the very thing that you need to be, that you should be doing. And so you always say it causes you, when you're not focused, you tend to not be as organized. You tend to be disorganized with everything that's going on. And so when you're not focused, you tend to have excuses for any and everything about why you can't do that. Why? Because you're not focused. But I want to say this. Repeat after me. You don't have to involve in. I'm sorry. You don't have to involve yourself in things that don't involve you. Let me say it again. You don't have to involve yourself in things that don't involve you. I see this all the time. We always like to just involve ourselves, and we have to be in everything, right? And so, but here's the thing. Don't involve yourself if it doesn't involve you, or if it doesn't evolve you, if it's not changing you, if it doesn't require you to be in it. It doesn't require you to, because why, God? It's knocking you off of your focus. It's knocking you off your focus. But I'm telling you, you're going to have to do this. But what sparked this the most was I didn't even know what I was going to talk about tonight. I don't know what I'm going to share on a Tuesday talk tonight. So encourage somebody that may be listening out there in Facebook world. But the thing that came to me late last night was shut the door. Yeah, shut the door. So what does shut the door means? So it came out of Matthew 6, actually, when Jesus was talking about prayer, and he was talking about there were several these Pharisees and Sadducees, and there was two major motives that they had. Was that one, that they wanted to be heard, and they wanted to be seen. They wanted to be seen for their righteousness. They wanted to be seen for everything that they were doing. And so they didn't have the best motives. And so, but he said, don't be like them. Don't be like them. He says, I need for you, and when you go pray, when you do this, or when you do that, I want you to go and shut the door. Why did he say shut the door? He said shut the door because there's no way possible for you to hear what he has to say if you're drowned, or if you're saturated, or if you're inundated with everything that the world is throwing after you. So there has to be a point in time, guys, where we have to steal away. We have to learn to unplug from CNN. We have to unplug from Fox News. We have to unplug from your political affiliation. We have to unplug from your degree set. We have to unplug from your importance, from your titles, from all of these wonderful things. You're going to have to detach yourself, unplug yourself, and shut the door so you can be with God by yourself to hear what he has to say. You won't hear him. Why? Because you're drowned. You're drowning his voice. His voice is being drowned by all of these crazy things that are happening in this world. But we can't blame them. I can only put the onus back on ourselves. We have to learn how to steal away. We have to learn how to shut the door. It's one thing to go in somewhere, to go in the place where God is. It's another thing to shut the door. It's another thing to shut the door. And many of us are trying to go after things, go after God, but we still have the door open. And so because we have the door open, we're leaving things open for distractions to come in. There's still things that are still distracting us, that are catching our eyes, and we're finding ourselves in this standstill, guys. But I'm telling you, it is time to focus. It is time to refocus. Refocus, guys. I'm telling you, it's time. That's the only way that we're going to be able to hear clearly. That's the only way that we're going to be able to see clearly, is if we go and shut the door. We have to go into that secret place and shut the door so we can hear. Now, going into that place and shutting the door does not mean that we are in isolation. It doesn't mean that we're ignoring what's going on out there. We just need to be able to hear clearly so that when we go out into the world, we know what's what. And we know, oh, that's not godly, that's not this or that. So I'm saying, for those of us who are deciding to go in to our secret place, or going into a quiet place, that's deciding to go into a place where we're able to shut the door away from all of these distractions, you're going to find that you really don't affiliate with a lot of things that are being said right now. You're going to find yourselves. And if I'm honest with you, man, I was consuming all kinds of articles that was happening. This would happen, from the Democrat side, or this was happening from that side, or this happened, a racially involved situation over here. And I was like, man, just kind of listening to this whole thing, and it was weighing me down, guys. I'm telling you, it was weighing me down. The bad part about this is that everything that you consume, everything that you listen to, everything that you watch, everything that you're saturating yourselves in, is forming a lens. It's forming a lens. It's forming a filter on how you see things. So the more time you spend in that thing, the more energy that you pour into that thing, the more that you are actually creating a lens on how you're actually seeing the world around you. You don't realize that it's happening, but it is happening. So the more that you listen to this candidate, and I'm not saying don't listen to these guys, I'm saying, but the more that you saturate yourself in here, the more that you're forming a worldview based upon their view and not based upon the one that you originally had or the one that God is giving you. But here's the thing: your focus determines your reality. Your focus determines your reality. Your focus is what you're putting your energy into. That's going to determine your reality. So for me personally, guys, I like to have my focus. I want my reality to be with kingdom lenses, with a godly lens. And so if that's going to be the case, then my focus, then my energy then must be in the things of God. It's going to have to be if I'm going to have a worldview that's reflective of His. And so, but it's all about your focus. Your focus. What have you been focusing on? What have you been focusing on? What have you been looking at? What have you been staring at? What have you been saturating yourself in here recently? What have you been doing? This is almost the year is practically over. What have you? I know the election's coming up, but what are you focusing on? What are you focusing on right now? Because at the end of the day, we're all focusing on something. We're all focusing on something, whether it's this, whether it's school, whether it's money, whether it's a job, whether it's your marriage or something. I'm just saying, what are you focusing on? And is it the very thing that God has called for you to do? Are you focused? Do we need to refocus? Because here's the thing though, guys, you could be focused, but sometimes you need to be able to refocus. Now, the word refocus deals with making the adjustments. It doesn't mean that you're not focused. It just means that you're not seeing at the max capacity of what you can actually see. You'll see decent, but you can't really see everything that you're supposed to see. And so, only thing I can think of is like when I go to the eye doctor. When you go to the eye doctor and they sit you in that chair and they put that big, I don't know what that thing is called. They put it over your eyes and they want to test your eyesight. And they keep asking me, number one or number two, which one is clear? Number one or number two? For me, I can never tell the difference between number one or number two. They both look the same to me. So I say, number one. And sometimes every once in a while, one will look a little bit more clear than the other. And she'll say number one or number two. And I say, number one. Number one or number two? I'll say number two. Number one or number two? I say number one. What is she trying to do? Before she fits my lenses, she needs to make sure that they are the most clear lens that I can have on my eyes when I step out of that room and enter the world. She's making sure that I have the most clear lens for Jaeson. She wants to make sure that I have the most clear lens. So she's checking. She is making adjustments. She's refocusing, focus. She is refocused. She is making the adjustments. And tonight, that's what I'm asking you to do, is make the adjustments. What are some things in your life, guys, that you're watching that you say, you know what, because we're all in here. We're all in this together. We all need to make adjustments. I need to make some adjustments in my biblical view. I need to make some adjustments in my marriage. I need to make some adjustments in my finances. I need to make some adjustments in my career. I need to make some adjustments in how I'm dealing with my health, my body. I just need to make some adjustments. I need to refocus. I need to go back to the original focus. I didn't always have this. I was doing fine. And then I allow some things to knock me off course. But tonight I'm saying it's time to make some adjustments. And if we make the adjustments, guys, I guarantee you in 30 days, in 60 days, in 90 days, in 120 days, we will not be in the same place, not even close. It was like a huge transformation if we would just make the adjustments. The one thing I know about adjustments are they're small, they're minute, they're not easily seen, they're not easily visible. We can't see them as clearly or as noticeable as this. So if you're interested in being seen all the time, this won't interest you. If you're interested in always being heard all the time, this won't interest you, because the adjustments are small tweaks. They're small things. They're small adjustments you make in your spiritual walk, in your natural walk, in your marriage, and all these things. There are small tweaks that you will make. I'm telling you, we need to, I'm telling you, especially right now, at this point in time, we need to refocus. Individually, if you're watching this, I'm asking you, just take time to reconsider what have you been pouring in your mind? What have you been pouring in your heart? Is that what's driving anger? Is that what's driving anxiety? Is that what's driving fear? Is it what you've been pouring into yourself? Is that the lens that you have now put on? Is that the, I'm telling you, that's not the lens that you're designed to wear. That's not the peace of God. That's not the joy that we're supposed to be experiencing in this life. I'm telling you. And so I'm asking you guys, I'm asking you to refocus, make the adjustments. What that does is it puts you back into alignment with what God has said about you. I'm telling you guys, refocus, guys, readjust. I'm telling you, especially right now, you're gonna log off. I'm telling you, you might have to log off of social media. You might have to disconnect for a little bit. You might have to, disconnect from whatever. I'm telling you, whatever is not evolving you, whatever is not helping you grow, is actually doing the other thing, doing the opposite. It's actually degrading you. It's actually bringing you backwards. And so I'm asking you guys, I'm asking you over and over again. It's time to refocus. That's going to require some self-assessment. It's going to require you to ask yourself some questions about what state I am. It's the prideful and the arrogant person who never likes to reassess. It's the prideful and the arrogant person who says, I don't have to refocus. I don't ever have to redo anything. Why? Because he always feels like he's right in his own eyes, right? He always feels like he's in the best place. I'm never in the place where I feel like I'm in the best place that I should be. It's always in a state of refocus because I never feel like I have perfect vision. And so we need to get to a place, guys, where we reassess and see what is it that's driving our thinking, what's driving our heart's desires, what's driving the things and how we're viewing and how we're handling the things of God. And so, guys, that's all I really wanted to share with you guys tonight. I didn't want to stay on long, but I just want to say, guys, just refocus, readjust, make the adjustments, guys. Make the adjustments. Guys, that's all I had tonight. I just wanted to encourage you. If you like this, if it resonates with you, just like it, guys. Share some comments. I appreciate you guys. I'll take a look at your comments, but share this, guys. Share if it helps you. But God, it's time for us to refocus. I'm telling you, it's time for us to refocus and relook at some things. Guys, if you have been tuning in, please catch me every other Tuesday. I'm not on every Tuesday, but every other Tuesday around 8:15, I usually come on. Typically, I'm trying to bring on some other people, so be looking for that. Thank you, guys. You guys have a wonderful night. God bless you guys. Stay focused and make sure you refocus so you can see clearly. All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful night. Hope that you guys take care. All right. Stay safe.